What if I told you that every note you've ever heard, every melody, every rhythm, could trace its roots back thousands of years? Indian music is not just a cultural tradition, it's one of humanity's oldest systems of sound frequencies, a foundation that still resonates in music across the globe. In ancient India, sound wasn't just entertainment, it was seen as the very fabric of the universe. The syllable described in the Vedas nearly 3,000 years ago, was believed to be the primordial vibration, the frequency from which all creation emerged. Early Indian sages understood that sound could be measured, repeated, and structured. This became the seed of musical science. From this worldview came the swaras, the 7 notes of Indian music: sa, re, ga, ma, pa, daha, ni. Unlike the fixed notes in Western scales, these were tuned to natural frequencies found in the human voice and in nature itself. The bass note, sa, represents the natural drone, the sound our ears find most stable. Other notes were derived using precise ratios of vibration, principles that echo what Pythagoras would later describe in Greece, but Indian texts had laid them down centuries earlier. Indian music went further than scales. It created ragas, melodic frameworks where frequencies were not only mathematical, but also emotional. Each raga prescribed specific notes and microtones that awakened particular moods: devotion, joy, longing, even the feeling of morning or night. Today we'd call this psychoacoustics, the science of how sound shapes human emotion. India was already practicing it thousands of years ago. As Indian civilization traded, traveled, and interacted with others, this frequency-based system spread outward. To Persia and Arabia, where ragas influenced the Makam system, to Southeast Asia, where Indian tonal frameworks inspired gamelan and Thai court music, even into Greece and Rome, where parallels appear between Indian ratios and early Western theory. These aren't coincidences, they're evidence of a shared musical DNA, with deep roots in India's sound science. Unlike many ancient traditions, Indian music never broke. From Vedic chants to Carnatic kritis, from Hindustani ragas to Bollywood songs, the same frequency framework still thrives today. And those vibrations continue to shape global music. The modal jazz explorations of John Coltrane and Miles Davis, the psychedelic rock of the Beatles, and even modern electronic trance music, which mirrors the drone and rhythm layering of ragas. So why call it the origin of musical frequencies? Because India did something unique. It codified sound as a living system thousands of years ago. It defined the octave not just in 7 notes but in 22 microtones, or shrutis. It linked sound to mathematics, astronomy, and medicine. And it preserved this knowledge in an unbroken lineage longer than almost any other civilization. For that reason, Indian music is often described as the world's oldest surviving system of organized sound frequencies. So the next time you lose yourself in a song, whether it's jazz, flamenco, or EDM, remember, the frequencies stirring your emotions today may carry whispers from ancient India. Music is humanity's universal language, and Indian music may just be its very first grammar. If you enjoyed this journey, subscribe for more. Which modern genre do you hear Indian echoes in? Drop your thoughts below.